Now, whenever we are talking about Sundarakandam, now Sundarakandam, as the name itself suggests, we are all familiar and we know that it is a story that talks about Bhagavan Hanuman, Hanuman's journey. Now, there are many Ramayanas that are there. We have the most popular being Valmiki Ramayanam. Then we have Ramcharitmanas. These two are considered to be the most popular out of the so many other Ramayanas that are there in various languages. We have Ramayanam from the southern regions, we have Ramayanam from the eastern regions, and so many other Ramayanas that are there. But the most popular versions that are there are Valmiki Ramayanam and Ramcharitmanas of Tulsidas Maharaj. The Sundarakandam, which we will, of course, the subject matter is quite same. There are certain story variations here and there. That's it. Apart from that, Sundarakandam, let it be from Valmiki Ramayanam or from Ramcharitmanas, talks about the story of Lanka, of Hanuman, how he goes to Lanka, how he meets Sita Devi, and so on. Valmiki Ramayanam has got 68 sargas and it has been divided into Sanskrit shlokas, various chapters that are there. In the case of Ramcharitmanas, the point that the entire text that is there is divided into various dohas and chaupahis. Chaupahi is nothing but, in the case of Hanuman Chalisa, when we chant Jai Hanuman Jnana Gunasagar Jai Kapi Sati Huloka Ujagar, like this, these are chaupahis that are there. These are not Sanskrit shlokas. Like this, the entire Ramcharitmanas Sundarakandam text is divided. Yeah. And in between, just as in Hanuman Chalisa also, at the beginning and the end, you have a shloka, right? Shri Guru Charana Sarojaraja Nijamana Mukura Sudari, and so on. These shlokas that come in, or towards the end, Pavanatanaya Sankata Harana Mangala Murati Rupa, these are dohas that are there. Dohas in the sense, between the chopahis, you have certain shlokas that come in. So, now in the case of Hanuman Chalisa, it has just got 40 lines, right? And then you have the doha at the starting and the beginning and the end. So, like this, Sundarakandam totally is divided. You have dohas, then you have certain chopahis, then you have again dohas. Then you also have certain text variations, like in between also there are other components that come in, which is called as, apart from chopai and dohas, we have something called sortas also. Now, what are these sortas? They have got a unique style of being chanted. Now, of course, you don't have to rack your brains, what is this chopai, what is this doha, what is this sorta, and so on. I'm just as an introduction, just to know more about the text, I'm just telling you how the text is being divided. Yeah, as we keep learning and chanting, maybe you will get more idea of the same. Yeah. Now, there are different ways in which, or different tunes in which people chant this Ramcharitmanas Sundarakandam. Some people will very nicely sing it also. Now, I myself, I might not know to sing it in a very nice way. In whatever way that I know, we will be learning in that manner. You can also listen to various other people chanting. YouTube is very readily there. So, once we learn the text, you can also listen to that and learn to chant it. Especially if you go to north side also, wherever they have the Ramayana Parayanam that is done with keeping the Ramcharitmanas as the base text. If you listen to their Parayanam also, you will get a more nice idea of chanting it. Yeah. So, again, this Ramcharitmanas also, like the Valmiki Ramayanam, is divided into 7 kandas, right from the Balakandam till till Uttarakandam. Now, something with regards to the Ramcharitmanas text. Now, Ramcharitmanas, popularly also called as Tulsi Ramayana, because Tulsidas Maharaj has composed this text. That's how it gets the title Tulsi Ramayana. Now, it is said that Tulsidas Maharaj also has kept the Valmiki Ramayanam as the base text and composed this text of Ramcharitmanas. It is said that around the 16th century or so, Tulsidas Maharaj has composed this text, especially in the Awadhi Lipi. Now, why this language of Awadhi was used is, in those times, not everyone was familiar with the Sanskrit language, it seems. That is the reason Tulsidas Maharaj felt that let me compose a text that is commonly available to people in the language which mostly people are conversing in, which mostly people are familiar with. So that is the reason he chose Awadhi to be the lipi. Of course, Tulsidas Maharaj has had to face lot of criticism because of this, because he had not used the original Sanskrit language and so on. But the motive of Tulsidas Maharaj behind using this Awadhi lipi was the text that is there should reach the masses, the common people should learn in that language and chant. That was ultimate the motive of using Awadhi lipi in composing this Sundarakandam from Ramcharitmanas. Not only Sundarakandam, the entire Ramcharitmanas. Now the meaning itself of this word Ramcharitmanas, it means Manas, like we have Manasarovaram, like we say, it is actually a lake or so of Rama's good deeds, of Rama's Charitam. So all whatever virtues Rama had, whatever good deeds Rama had done, a lake or a description of all that has been mentioned or described in the Ramcharitmanas. Now, though Tulsidas Maharaj had chosen Awadhi to be the lipi of composing Ramcharitmanas, he himself was a great scholar of Sanskrit. Yeah. Now, in those times, it is said that Tulsidas Maharaj had composed Ramcharitmanas in Varanasi. He also went to Chitrakoot. So, wherever places that Rama had visited, Tulsidas Maharaj was present there. Now, in those times, Kashi Nagari was a place wherein we had lot of Sanskrit scholars who were there. So, of course, because Tulsidas Maharaj had chosen the Awadhi lipi, which was not that common then, he had to face lot of criticism, like I told you before, from people around him. But still, he knew, he had great knowledge of the Vedas, Upanishads, everything. But his motive was whatever I composed should be studied by the people, it should be easily available to them, it should be easy for commoners also. So keeping this in mind, though he had to face, people used to criticize him, people used to talk bad about him, badmouth him and so on, still Tulsidas Maharaj chose this lipi and composed the Ramcharitmanas. Now, this Ramcharitmanas also is one of those texts of Sanatana Dharma which promote bhakti that is there, like Valmiki Ramayana. This also talks about, promotes bhakti. Now, why bhakti? Because it is one again text that is composed in the common lipi which people were familiar with, and usually if you see, it is chanted in a musical tune also, like the Hanuman Chalisa if you see. So therefore little bit of bhakti movement or bhakti that is that develops in people. Now Tulsidas Maharaj, it is said that he started writing the Ramcharitmanas in Ayodhya, the birthplace of Bhagavan Rama, and it is said that it was started on the 9th day of the Chaitra Masam, which is also Ramanavami day, and it has been composed, like I told you, in Varanasi, Chitrakoot, Ayodhya. So in various places Tulsidas Maharaj travelled and composed this place. Now Valmiki Ramayana that is there, it talks about Rama, the qualities of Rama, and how Rama spent his time, what were the good qualities of Rama and so on. However, though it is said that Tulsidas Maharaj kept Valmiki Ramayana as the base text, still there are certain differences between the Ramcharitmanas and the Valmiki Ramayana. Now, because Valmiki had already spoken about the virtues of Rama in Valmiki Ramayana, Tulsidas Maharaj decided that let me refer to other certain Puranas and references also that talk about the story of Rama and include them in Ramcharitmanas. Like one incident from the Ramayana, the Lakshman Rekha episode that is there. It has got no origin in the Valmiki Ramayana. But today, we cannot imagine Sita Apaharanam without Lakshman Rekha episode, right? So this Lakshman Rekha episode that is there is a part of Ramcharitmanas and not a part of Valmiki Ramayana. So like this, that doesn't mean that Tulsidas Maharaj has composed something which is false, but like this, Tulsidas Maharaj has referred to many other Puranic texts also while composing Ramcharitmanas. Now this Ramcharitmanas is believed to have been narrated by Parvati Devi, by Shiva himself. And Tulsidas Maharaj also claims that from his own Guru Narahari Das, he as a child he had written down Ramcharitmanas. And in fact, it is said that his guru, now in those times we did not have written notes and such things, right? So Narahari Das, the guru of Tulsidas Maharaj, is said that he had repeated the entire Ramcharitmanas several times so that Tulsidas Maharaj can remember it, and that's how he could understand, and the entire text was by hearted by him. Now, many stories related to Tulsidas Maharaj also we see. Like, before we look at the story of Tulsidas Maharaj, how is this Tulsi Ramayanam divided? Like I told you, it starts from the Balakandam, Ayodhya Kandam, then you have the Aranya Kandam, Kishkinda Kandam, Sundara Kandam. Only instead of Yuddha Kandam, like we say in Valmiki Ramayana, we have Lanka Kandam, that is said in Ramcharitmanas, and last is the Uttara Kandam. Mainly the work is composed in the Chopai meter. Chopai is a 4-line lines that are there, and Dohas are 2-line, like you can say couplets. Kabir Das Maharaj, the way he composes, somewhat similar to that. And you also have other chandas that comes in, like I told you, various other shlokas that are chanted in different tunes, sortas and so on. Now, every chapter of the Ramcharitmanas, it begins with the Mangalacharanam. Like for Sundarakandam also, we have Mangalacharanam shlokas that are chanted, which is already given in the text at the beginning. Shantam Shashwatam Aprameyam Anagam Nirvana Shanti Pradam, and so on. Right? Now, Balakandam that is there, it begins by worshipping Saraswati Devi and Ganesha. Similarly, you have Shiva, Rama, Hanuman. They are all, Sita Devi, they are all also honored in the later verses. So like this, you have every Kandam that is there, which starts with a Mangalacharanam. Like Ayodhya Kandam also, we have praises in words of Shiva. Aranya Kandam also has the same. Kishkinda Kandam talks about Sita Devi and Rama. Sundara Kandam begins with a Mangalacharanam to Rama and ultimately to Hanuman later. Lanka Kandam, Uttara Kandam also start honoring Rama. So like this, at the beginning of every text, you have Tulsidas Maharaj, who has written a Mangalacharanam, a Mangala Shlokam or a Dhyana Shlokam. And of course, at the end also, every Kandam is concluded by like a concluding line also, like Iti Srimad Ramcharitmanas, like we have in the Ityarshe Srimad Ramayane. Similar to Valmiki Ramayana, even Ramcharitmanas also has a ending line that is there. Yeah. Now, when we talk about Tulsidas Maharaj, what is the story of Tulsidas Maharaj? How he started writing, or how he got this idea of composing this Ramcharitmanas? Let us look at that. Now, Tulsidas Maharaj was born in the state of UP. He was born in a Brahmana family, and it is regarded in many places that he is an incarnation of Valmiki Maharaj only. Now, the parents of Tulsidas Maharaj were Atmaram Dubey and his mother was Hulsi Devi. Now, it is said that a very unique experience at the time of the birth of Tulsidas Maharaj. Like when a child is born, usually children cry, right? It is said that Tulsidas Maharaj did not cry, and he was born with all the 32 teeth intact. This again is a miracle. Like in Srimad Bhagavatam, for Krishna Jananam, we say Tam Adbhutam Balakam, Tam Adbhutam Balakam. Like Bhagavan Krishna also was born with all teeth intact. Similarly, Tulsidas Maharaj was also born in the same way. So a wonderful child. And the childhood name was Tulsi Ram or Ram Bhola, it seems. Now, Tulsidas Maharaj later, as he entered marriageable age, he was married off to a lady called Ratnavali or Buddhimati. They were blessed with a son, Taraka. Now, Tulsidas was very much attached to his wife, and not even a single day he could be separated from his wife, it seems. And one fine day, what happens is his wife, she goes to her father's house without informing Tulsidas Maharaj. And because Tulsidas Maharaj could not face separation from his wife, he also goes to her father's house without informing anyone. That's when Buddhimati says that, you are being so very attached to me, but my body is nothing but just full of flesh and bones. So, even if half of the premam, half of the sneham, that love that you have towards me, if you develop that for Rama, you will definitely be able to cross this ocean of samsaram. So basically, Tulsidas Maharaj was very passionately attracted towards his wife. That's the reason why Buddhimati. So this is again a Leela of the Lord only. So she conveys this message that instead of getting attracted towards my body that is made of flesh and bones, you do one thing, at least half of the love and affection you develop towards Rama, you will be able to cross this samsaram and you will always be blessed with bliss or happiness that is there. These words which were told by his wife, it actually pierced the hearts of Tulsidas Maharaj like an arrow also. Not even for a single moment he stayed there. He becomes a sannyasi. He spent about 14 years or so in pilgrimage, traveling various sacred places across Bharatadesha. It is said that while returning back, one fine day what happens is he had water that was left in his water pot and he just throws that water away. That's when a spirit comes out and says that it was nothing but again a divine Shakti that comes in, says that you ask a boon from me. You have spent a lot of years or so by doing pilgrimage yatra. That's when Tulsidas Maharaj says that let me have a darshana of Rama. That's when that spirit that comes there, it tells go to the Hanuman temple. There Hanuman, he comes in the form, in the guise of a leper in the sense one who cannot walk properly, to hear the Ramayanam, and he leaves. So he is the one who comes first. Yatra yatra raghunatha kirtanam tatra tatra kritamastakāñjalim bāshpavari paripurnalochanam marutim namata rakshasantakam. So Hanumanji, he comes there every day, and he comes in the morning and he leaves in the evening only. So Hanumanji comes in the form of a leper, a person who is suffering from leprosy. Accordingly, you go and catch hold of that person, he will definitely help you. Thus Tulsidas Maharaj, he meets Hanuman and he has darshanam of Rama also. Then now Tulsidas Maharaj has written a lot of other texts also, like Hanuman Chalisa also has been composed by him. The most famous of his book is Ramcharitmanas. Now this Ramcharitmanas, it has been narrated by Shiva to Parvati Devi. Also it has been guided by Hanuman only. That's why it is a very, very sacred text. And it has small couplets like I told you. Now, one fine day what happens is Tulsidas Maharaj's ashramam was built and few thieves come to that ashramam. That's when it seems that at the gate of the door, they see someone, blue complexion with bow and arrow in their hand. Rama himself was protecting the house of Tulsidas Maharaj. And Tulsidas, of course, did not know about this. He comes to know from some guards also who get to see this, who get to know about this. And he remains silent when they share that some thieves were about to come to your house. That's when a person was standing there, bow and arrow, blue complexion. And that's when Tulsidas Maharaj sheds happy tears thinking that Rama himself has come to save me, protect my goods and so on. And that same wealth that he had, he distributes that amongst the poor. So like this, Tulsidas Maharaj spent his time in Ayodhya, Vrindavanam and so on. All these stories we will see in the later days also. Now with regards to Sundarakandam that is there, just one or two initial Mangalacharanam shlokas I will chant today, and then in the later sessions we will see more about Sundarakandam and we'll start learning the text also. Shantam Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Shri Janaki Vallabho Vijayate शान्तं शाश्वतमप्रमेयमनघं निर्वाणशान्तिप्रदं ब्रह्माशम्भुफणीन्द्रसेव्यमनिशं वेदान्तवेद्यं विभुं रामाख्यं जगदीश्वरं सुरगुरुं मायामनुष्यं हरिं वन्देऽहं करुणाकरं रघुवरं भूपालचूडामणिं नान्यास्पृहा रघुपते हृदये स्मदीये सत्यं वदामि च भवान् अखिलान्तरात्मा भक्तिं प्रयच्छ रघुपुङ्गवनिर्भरां मे कामादिदोषरहितं कुरु मानसं च अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि. And then the shlokas chanted, then you have the few chopais that are there, and then the final doha jambavantake bachana suhahe suni hanumantaridi atibhaye, and so on it goes. So this is all about Tulsi Ramayanam, Tulsidas Maharaj, Ramcharitmanas, Sundarakandam, how he composed. I just gave you a very small gist of the text. We will look about the same in the later audios.